Welcome back to another Inside the Paddock live from Silverstone. Those clouds aren't looking too good, are they? Hopefully it stays dry. The forecast says that's going to be the way forward, but we shall see. It's been another chilly start to the day here, but that didn't stop Jack Miller improving his time from yesterday. He's the fastest rider we've had so far this weekend with a 1:59.288. He was buzzing yesterday. He said this is really a track. Obviously we weren't here last year, but he can really feel the differences between the 2019 Decimus Medici and this year's and where the improvements are. But obviously it's a much needed result for him. The last few races have seen a little bit of a dip in form, so fingers crossed. Fabio Quartararo seems to think he could be a serious threat for pole position, but we're out here just outside the Suzuki garage because we're going to have a word with Joan Mir's crew chief, Frankie Carjady. Let me just see if he's around the corner and see if he's... Ah! Good timing. Frankie, nice to be at home, isn't it?
Yes.
That's enthusiasm that I was expecting.
No, nice.
Really good stuff to see that Joan Mir made some improvements. Half second gained in FP3. Obviously, we have to take into consideration that he's never ridden a MotoGP bike around Silverstone before. So a lot of work, I guess, for you guys to do yesterday in the box.
Yeah, you know when they don't check your pass when you go out, you're working late. We were really late.
Really?
No, we actually knocked 1.1 off in the end, so it's quite a big chunk faster than yesterday. I think 2:07 yesterday.
I meant what times?
1:59.6 today.
Frankie, here we go.
Oh, I might be there.
2:02.725 yesterday. Are you all right? No. 2:07. Yeah, 7.
1.1.
There we go. Perfect. Good stuff. So where have you managed to find those improvements?
We always have one bike that we call it the safe bike. We know how it works, everything, and then we made like a prototype bike, something. Oh,
we're in the way. All right. Should we walk through this way?
We made something quite different just to try.
Yeah.
The idea was to back, but after the first exit, he said no, 100%. That is much better. So we never backed, and we just carried on that with the session. So.
Obviously, we've got no previous form to go off here in terms of MotoGP, but despite that, he was still hotly tipped as one of the favourites for this weekend. Do you think that there's enough margin there? Do you think that he could be at this early stage a likely challenger?
There is, it's just time. I mean, we sat down with Joan, must have been 2 hours, and we'd only got to turn 3 or 4, and we're like, my God, this is going to be a late night tonight. Because, you know, there's corners he was braking or not braking, and it's just trying to understand. You know, the last race he did was a Moto3, so it's all very, very different. Chuck in quite cold temperatures, and you know, the feeling on the front wasn't the best, so it was difficult, but a good step, but more, I hope.
Frankie, the first part of this season was obviously a bit of a challenge, perhaps not what we were expecting from Joan being a defending world champion, but 7 races left and he's closed that gap down in the championship. Only 47 points to Fabio Quartararo. We can hear a little bit of game talk now coming from Joan's end. That's the way it's been interpreted anyway. Are you guys still fighting for the title this year?
Yeah, I think so. I think once you've won it, it's very difficult to say we only want to be top 3 or 4. So no, that for sure, that's a target. It was a strange one because I think we've been faster in the first races. However, the qualifying, if we thought was bad last year, has been really, really bad. So it's not like we're safe and trying to just get a 3rd or a 2nd. It's just that by the time we've gone through the field, that's as far as you can go. You know, maybe if there was another 3-4 laps, you could do more, but it's like running out of time. So we're really working hard on trying to get him at least starting in a better position. I mean, today was a good start because we made Q2 directly, which is not easy.
Well, listen, talking about losing time, I know you've only got a short lunch break. We've got no time to wait. So you've got a meeting to get to, Frankie. Good luck for qualifying later. Thanks for the chat. We're going to carry on up, guys. Thank you. And just a quick word whilst we're on... Shall I go first? Whilst we're still here in Suzuki, unfortunately, Alex Rins also had a crash in FP3, and he is someone who needs You're all right. I thought you were going to crash there. Someone that needs a good result. Obviously, he is our most recent winner here at Silverstone, but just has been a little bit shaky for Alex since that crash in Barcelona, where obviously it was a bicycle crash, where he fractured that wrist. So fingers crossed he gets through Q1 today, and Suzuki have both boys into Q2. Completing the top 3, Fabio Quartararo, his time from yesterday, so he didn't improve his time. Something looked as though it went wayward for him in Sector 2, but his time from yesterday was good enough to secure him a spot inside the top 3. And Aleix Espargaro, fast again. His brother Pol also joins him inside the top 6, but Aleix Espargaro looks as though he could be on for challenging for another front row with Aprilia, so we'll have to see how that pans out later on. We're carrying on up to have a word with Wilco Zeelenberg because Valentino Rossi has also got himself inside the Q2 cut-off zones. P7 in the times, but I think he was only about 2/10 off, if my memory serves me correctly. Yeah, exactly, 2/10 off the fastest time. So, I think he's just walked off. Hold on, let me go and get him. You guys stay here. I'll go and get Wilco. And he's not there. Okay, let's go down and see if anybody's around to ask. Yeah, so things are looking pretty sparkly here so far for the Valentino Rossi fans, which are out here in the masses. Guys, is Wilco around?
Wilco's in the garage.
He's
Quite busy at the moment.
Is he?
Yeah. Or did you have an appointment with him?
An appointment. Hopefully he knows. Go and see if he's busy, and then don't worry about it if he is. I'll carry on chatting on my own. Jake Dixon in, as we know, this weekend for the British Grand Prix. His first opportunity to get himself on a MotoGP bike, but unfortunately crashed for Jake. As to be. Oh, thank you very much. That's lovely. Yeah, there's a bit of a crash for Jake in FP2. He did get himself back out there, but we'll see how he's feeling. And just whilst we're here and waiting for Wilco, I'll chat you through some of the other results that we've seen in FP3 today. Oh, there he is. I thought I was going to be here for a few minutes on my own. Thank you very much for coming out. I mean, you understand.
Do we need to be in front?
Is this all right here?
Perfect.
The less I walk, the better these days.
You will ask how I am, but how are you?
I'm not too bad, Wilco. I'm slowing down. As you can tell, I get very out of breath these days from walking and talking, but maybe I need to talk less.
Well, that's a good idea. Just ask a short question and I will.
Okay, short question. Valentino looking very, very exciting in FP3. Only 2/10 off, and actually a better lap time. Looked as though there was one out there for him, yellow flags.
Yes.
So can we get excited about qualifying later?
Of course, of course. No, when you look back, when we arrived here 2 years ago, he was spot on. So constantly, also P2 actually before the race. So he was qualified in the front row. The bike is shooting the track very well, and the riders love the track as well. So it's double plus, and I think that's also visible.
Good combination.
Yes.
Jake Dixon riding with you guys this weekend. Obviously, I mean, there's pressure enough when you're making your MotoGP debut. Add to that is your home race, and wow, what a combination. A crash for him in FP2. All okay?
Yes, he's fine.
FP3 rather, sorry.
Yeah, FP3. No, he's fine. He did a good job yesterday, and today, of course, we wanted to continue. But of course, yesterday he made big steps. But we need to be realistic as well. It's just one event. You have very few track time, but also this morning we found very good things from the crash, but also from the second bike. So we need to put it together basically to again a good FP4. Try to get a good pace, and of course qualifying will be not so interesting for him. I guess he tried to find the benchmarks, kind of where he could be, but I think it's a big curve of lessons for him, you know. And I think we should not be too worried too much about his performance on lap time, but just how he reacts on the bike and how he can adapt to the bike. And I think so far he did a pretty good job.
Wilco, he said obviously that he's coming in with realistic expectations, but I mean, any normal person would see this as an opportunity to put himself in the shop window for a ride in MotoGP next year. How are you almost getting him to kind of put that to one side and just enjoy the weekend and take the experience for what it is?
I know what you mean, but it's difficult to do that.
Yeah.
Because it's it's his home track. It's his dream from when he was a child to be in the MotoGP. But to be honest, to ask for him that he wants to shine here with the 20 guys that are around him, because basically they're all champions, and they all been halfway the season now with a lot of experience on the bike, with the bike, checking the tires, checking their bikes, and the pace is very high. So I think it's not realistic to accept from him that he really is able to shine and to beat and to be in the position that you think, oh really, this is the guy we need to have for the future. But so far I have to say he's doing a fantastic job.
Nice to hear. I'm always here asking you for the MotoGP pole predictor, so why change something that works so well? I think you were pretty close last time. My memory serves me right. So I'll remind you, MotoGP pole predictor 2019, Marc Marquez, a 1:58.168. I'm guessing there's no way we're going to get down as far as that today. It's not warm enough, is it?
No, correct.
So
it's too cold for that, and the risks are too big.
Yeah.
I would put my name on Fabio clearly, because he has done a great job so far. But I would not suggest him to try again to find the limit. It's front row is good enough, and he has a great pace. But I predict him as a pole sitter.
Mm-hmm.
But
time-wise, the fastest time so far is a 1:59.288.
I think we'll run 58.7, 58.6.
There we go. 58.7, 58.6. Let's see.
So you want to hear one number, then it's a 6.
Okay, we'll go with a 1:58.6. Wilkin Dealerberg, put his name to it right here. Always a pleasure to catch up with you.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully there's another opportunity.
Yeah. Good luck anyway.
We'll see. See you later. Good luck to you guys out there in qualifying. And we're going to leave it there, guys, because what time is it now? 12:10 local time. So we'll be back very shortly, 20 minutes in fact, with Moto3 qualifying. So from us now here in the paddock, goodbye for now.